Victory lap time, chat. Oh, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Stacks, welcome in. It is Victory Lap time. This is the stream we're going to use to showcase all of the unknowns we've caught. I would say the work took about probably 5 hours of work just to get them all moved to one game. And I was scrambling like last minute to get everything ready, and I'm still an hour late. But we have all the unknowns. They're all on our hard gold file. Stacks, your beeps are on the way. Those have just been launched out. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the showcase of it. Probably in the next like 5 minutes here. I want to make sure that I've got all of the other ones in the right spots. Just because I don't know, the box system in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is a little weird. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. Real quick, let me move some things over, that way I still have music coming through. And then cover. Yes, we will be doing a little bit of Pokemon Coliseum today. I've transferred 4 of my unknown into Pokemon Coliseum. So we will be taking a look at those as well. And then once we're done showcasing all of the unknowns, then we will go ahead and do some roaming Suicune encounters afterwards as well. So we'll get a little bit of hunting in before we send you all off tonight. I'd imagine we'll probably stream for about 3 hours? No, probably 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of streaming. So we'll get probably like however many encounters I can get in 2 hours of roaming Suicune hunts. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, let me switch over to... Yeah, it's this one. Oh, they're all on the bottom screen, aren't they? Alright, that's fine. We'll just do a little bit of both here. Alright, so I had to transfer a ton of these over. How's my day going? It is going well. Ran to the bank. I got all of the money from the hunt acquired. So all of it's been acquired. All $2,697 have been acquired and have been transferred into the bank. So we're good to go there. Maybe I have to like do this. Maybe that's the way I have to do it. But okay, so these are all of the ones that were caught in Heart Gold that are not part of the alphabet that we'll be displaying. And then these are the ones that were transferred over from Fire Red and Leaf Green. So lots of N's, lots of Y's, lots of D's, lots of H's. So we even have an additional Hooch unknown that's going to have to be transferred. This one's actually going to be ready to trade to Hooch whenever that opportunity arises where we can get a live trade done. So that'll be fun. And then what else? So that's the Fire Red and Leaf Green ones. These are the ones from Heart Gold. This is what box is this? Okay, these are all the ones from Soul Silver, but all the ones from Soul Silver are also like part of the alphabet right now, so there aren't a lot available. These are the ones from Pearl. And then these ones are from Diamond, because we had 3 different question marks all happen here, including this Z. We also got these ones from Diamond as well. New challenge: beat the Elite Four 5 times using every shiny unknown letter. That is a potential challenge. So one thing that I've had in mind. Also, welcome in, Embert. One thing that I've had in mind with these unknowns is I want to find the quote-unquote most competitively ready unknown, and then basically make it a ribbon master. So if you're aware of what Lancet does, or what we were doing with the Pokemon Coliseum shinies that we were RNG manipulating for way back when, we were preparing those to be ribbon masters, which is they obtain every possible ribbon they can obtain from the generation that they are caught in all the way up to modern day games. So the goal there would be to one, beat the champion, so be on the champion winning team to get that ribbon, and then they'd have to win all of the contests, which is super hard, especially in Gen 3. So the plan would be to get one of these unknown prepped and ready to become a ribbon master, and then that would be a video all in its own, just kind of getting that ready to be a ribbon master. So that is a challenge that I'm interested in trying to pull off, but according to Lancet, it is extremely difficult because the unknowns only have access to one move, and that move type is random. So we'd have to see which one competitively has the best stats, and then we'd have to like take that one and then push it through all the games, essentially. So ideally I would use one from Gen 3, that way I can duplicate it and then bring it through all the games, and also get the maximum amount of ribbons on it. So that is something that I have been interested in doing, and I hope I get the opportunity to. But we've got other ribbon masters we need to push through the games first. That way I can become more familiar with how to do that. Alright, so this is all of the non-shiny forms of the unknown. So what we're going to do is this is going to be the, what would I call this? This is the, like, I'm even going to, like, take away my face cam while I do this, because I just want to showcase all of these. So these are all of the non-shinies, and we're just going to slowly go through these without any audio. Those are all the... Oh, no, wait, there's another one. Oh, whoops. Do I not have a regular O? I guess I don't have a regular O in here. That's okay. We'll do this one later. Alright, now we will showcase... my mic's working, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So now we will showcase all of the shiny unknowns that we've caught that fill out the full alphabet here. So obviously this is the first one, the letter A, and we're going to go all the way down to the question mark. So I will remove my face once again. And then afterwards I'll go and like describe the ones that we caught here. So that was the clip that I'm going to basically send. That's going to be posted in the Reddit after stream today. So I'm going to get like the big like completion post posted there, and then we'll have that taken care of. So let's go ahead and go through all of these ones that are part of the official alphabet. So this one is Alfredo. Alfredo was the one that we caught in Fire Red, because Fire Red has the 1 in 5,120 odds for the letters A, B, C, and D. So I just put a Game Boy on hunting for that, just to get the A out of the way, because it's a 99% chance for the letter A to be found, and a 1% chance for I think it's the exclamation mark. So we found this one super quick. We found it in like 3,000 counters. I'll probably have the notepad up while I'm doing this. But yeah, this was phase. This one was March 26th. This was phase 14 of the hunt. I actually should have the spreadsheet up. That's probably a better guide to have while I'm doing this. That way I can match up the nicknames too. So yeah, but I was correct. It's phase 14, right? Oh, I got the nickname wrong. It's Alfredo. Alfredo is the name. So yeah, this was our letter A, and I'll actually go into the summaries for this one. But yeah, the date lines up on this one. I messed up by not fixing the day and time on the Soul Silver game, so those dates are just going to be messed up, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this was phase 14. Oh, I guess the date was wrong on this one. Oh no, it's the date it was transferred. Yeah, they keep track of it that way. All right, this was Bear Tick. This was phase 15. This is actually the next phase. This was caught in Soul Silver. This was the longest drought we ever had for Soul Silver. Like, we're talking. It was like 12 phases between shinies on this system. Before we had the Fire Red drought, which we actually never fixed that second Fire Red cartridge drought. But yeah, so there's letter B. This was a 1 in 10 chance to find, and we had to find it on Gen 4 because the chances for the letter B are just so poor for Gen 3 that we just had to find it here. So I'm glad we got this one out of the way. C, this was on, I was eating cookies this day. That's why I got the name Cookies. This one was surprisingly tough because the letter C is a 50% encounter rate, and it took so long. We found so many D's and 2 H's before we found the most common letter in the chamber. And then we finally got it out of the way. This is the last one we needed from this chamber before we could move on. So this was a huge one to get. D. This was the first D that we found on the DSs. This was, if I remember this one correctly, this is the one that took 1,776 encounters, which is why we named it George. I want to see if I can look. Yeah, this was phase 17. We got this one on Soul Silver as well. So we got an unknown D on phase 16 in Fire Red, and then we got an unknown D right after it on Soul Silver. So it was the first time we had back-to-back unknown forms in the hunt. That was obviously followed by the multiple, what was it? Not the H's, but it was the exclamation marks, or the question marks that we had like 4 in a row on. So, Earl, letter E. This one was phase 25 on Pearl, and we named it Earl because it was the E from Pearl. Earl. Pretty self-explanatory. This was the first unknown that we caught on Pearl. Friend, this was the next phase. This was phase 26 on Soul Silver. Nothing special about this one other than we made sure that we caught it in a friend ball, and because this was one of the 100% encounter rate Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl, even though this was caught in Soul Silver, we still named it Friend to, since each of those 100% encounter rate letters spell out friend. So, figured that fit for the name. G, this is a very recent one. This was phase 53 from Leaf Green number 3. This was the final one we got on that Leaf Green cartridge, and this was very recent. This was the one that we got this, and it was, okay, now it's time to hunker down and finish the hunt, and that's where we started for the quest for Q. So this was a really big one. We went with the nickname Bingo because this was phase 53, and it's G. G53 is a bingo number, so figured it fit there. Hooch, shout out Hooch Brando in the chat if you're here. He's probably working today, but this was phase, so we go back to that 20-something area, and I want to say this one, no, wait, if we have to go back earlier. This was phase 18 of the hunt. This was the first letter H we found. This letter takes about a 20 phase average and also had 1 in 9,216 odds on locating it. So the fact that we found this one, we found it in 14,910 encounters. This was a extremely lucky shiny. This was probably of the ones we hunted for, one of the hardest ones we actually found. If you look at the stat board, so do exclamation stat board, and you go to obtained unknown, it's the only one under the UID data tab that has red under its phase average. So like, this was a really hard one, and then not only was this super hard, we found it a second time with a second letter H in the same game on phase 21. So the letter H was one of the hardest ones we located, one of the most difficult ones to find that we did locate in Gen 3. The letter I, this is Soul Silver. No, this was Diamond? This was Diamond. Hang on. Yeah, this was Diamond. This one we transferred over to Diamond. This was our second shiny on Diamond. We were hunting specifically in the cavern that has a 100% encounter rate for the letter I. We named it Heart Unknown appropriately. So then after this, we had... This was the last one we hunted for, and then before we started hunting for the exclamation marks, or the punctuation marks. Letter J, this was the third phase of the hunt. Yeah, Barefoot. We named this one Barefoot after the brand of wine that we were drinking on a Wine Wednesday. That's how old Wine Wednesday is as a concept for the stream. This was the first shiny on Soul Silver. This phase specifically, this was 4,004 encounters, and it took 115 days between phase 2 and phase 3 of this hunt. It was also the first unknown caught in 2022. So, this is one of our oldest unknowns. And you can see by the date where it says, the date's actually accurate on this one. It's February 24th, 2022. Okay, this was phase... What phase was this? 2024? Oh, this was phase 19. This was our first shiny on Diamond. We were just randomly cavern hunting, so it was a 1 in 20 chance for all the letters in this chamber. This one was the first shiny we found on Diamond. It was the first phase. This was the first shiny that we found hunting on 6 systems. So this was we built the 6 system setup of 4 DSs and 2 Game Boys. This is the first shiny that we found as part of that setup. So this was a really big deal. And this was phase 19. Lancet, shout out Lancet. This one was caught. This was the only shiny caught on our second Fire Red cartridge that was loaned to us by Carb Kaiser. So this one is unique to one specific file, and it's the only unknown that was found on that file. We proceeded to have a insane drought, and the drought actually still exists on that file of not finding a shiny. So we will no longer be hunting on that system though. That one is it's actually in a plastic baggie. This one is ready to be delivered back to Carb Kaiser the next time that I see him in person. So but yes, this one is named after Lancet KC, long-time viewer and collaborator on the channel. So that is a very special shiny. Letter M. Okay, so this was a very early one. This was phase 7. We got this one on our leaf green cartridge, our first leaf green cartridge. It was the first time we caught back-to-back unknowns on Gen 3. So phase 1 through 3 was Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Then we had Unknown T on phase 4, which is Fire Red. Then we had Heart Gold, which was K for COVID, on phase 5. And then phases 6 and 7 were both on Leaf Green, and we got the letters N and M. And then we proceeded to go on a 7 phase streak of Gen 3 shinies. But this was the first time that we had back-to-back Gen 3 unknowns. We named this one Meat Cooler because you'll probably see it from the VOD, and we might talk about it. It might be talked about in that VOD, and I don't know if I still have it saved. I mean, I know I have it saved somewhere, but that VOD we were talking about an incident that occurred at like a business that one of us worked at, me and my buddies. And apparently there was somebody who was like having sex in the meat cooler during work hours. So we got the letter M on that stream, and then I proceeded to name it Meat Cooler in recognition of it. Like it was a no-brainer to name it that. So very fun shiny. Yes, Stacks. Absolutely. Also, I should probably have chat from YouTube popped out for this as well, so I'll have that here. Okay. Meat Cooler, never forget. Welcome in, Sly Weasel. I'm glad that you remember that as well. Yeah, so that is the letter M. Letter N. Okay, so we have 4 different letter N's that we caught. This was the first one that we caught. And this was phase 6. This was phase 6 because we caught this on 420 encounters. I'm actually about to head out to the Cookie Rager, but happy 28 out of 28. Thank you, Sly Weasel. Thanks for popping in for a second. I'm glad you got to hear the Meat Cooler part. Okay, so yeah, the letter N. This was caught in 420 encounters. This was on Gen 3. This was our first shiny on Leaf Green. So this was a big deal as well. But yeah, 420 encounters. We named it 420 appropriately. Not much else of a story there other than, I mean, I don't know. It was nice to like get a shiny on. We had shinies on all of our systems at that point. So I was very happy about just the pace of the hunt. Let's see. Okay, Bloodsport. This is the first shiny of the hunt. This one wasn't even streamed. This one was recorded on the camcorder that we're using right here. This one was named Bloodsport because I was watching the new Suicide Squads. This is the 2021 Suicide Squad, and Bloodsport's a character in it. And got the letter O. This was 13,008 encounters, and we got it 16 days after starting the hunt. So we got this on August 19th of 2021. We caught this in a... So we were still hunting on Heart Gold and Soul Silver simultaneously for this. And I didn't hunt on 2 systems again until phase 52? Phase 52 was the next time that I hunted on 2 systems at once. Yes, it did have Pokerus. I kept it in my party, and my Staryu that was in the front of the party acquired Pokerus just naturally from, like, encountering enough wild Pokemon. So I didn't catch it in time, so I don't have the Pokerus saved anywhere to, like, spread. So, but yeah, like, you're gonna see the letter R is gonna have it as well. So I think if we... Oh, so you're gonna see P, but you'll eventually see it on R as well. But yeah, letter O, that was the first ever one we caught. Really big deal. It was the proof that, okay, this can be done. The letter P, this one was phase 9. This was our 3rd shiny on Fire Red. This is March 7th of 2024. This was the most common one in the chamber. I think it was like a 40% encounter rate. Nothing too crazy about this one. This was 20,232 encounters for this phase specifically. But yeah, I don't even have any, like, fun facts for this one. This was, like, we were going between all the chambers, and I was trying to figure out, okay, where can I go to prevent any duplicates? And we had not gotten any shinies in this chamber yet. So I was like, okay, let's just go for this one. And then we got the most common one and dipped. We went to the next one after that. Q, y'all are familiar with Q. Quest end named for the end of the hunt. This was caught in Soul Silver, traded over. We got it in a friend ball. I'm a little upset that I didn't have the date properly set because it reverted back to 2010. So I'm a little disappointed by that. That it doesn't have the correct date and time on it, but nothing we can do about that. But yeah, this was 6,138 encounters, phase 56 of the hunt. I went and looked at Lucky Sparkles' data for when they ended their hunt, and they also finished on 56 phases. So the fact that both of these full odds unknown hunts ended on 56 phases was insane. Now the difference is Lucky Sparkles took like 468,000 total encounters, and mine took 375,000. So just to give you a gauge of like how astronomically lucky we were on this hunt, we were super lucky. We were insanely lucky with this hunt. So I just wanted to, I guess, make a note of that while we're going through them. Alright, this is the letter R. This one also has Pokerus. This was the 2nd ever shiny that we found. This one was also on Heart Gold. We named this one Rarkit. I think Kartkaiser was in chat while I caught it, and I was just looking for name suggestions, and he suggested Rarkit. So that is the name we went with. This was the first unknown that we caught during the... So we had graduated up to 4 systems at this point. We added in Fire Red and Leaf Green to hunt on as well. And this, for the longest time, was the longest phase of our hunt. Phase 2 was 24,396 encounters, which stood to be the longest phase of the entire hunt up until, what was it? Phase 46. Phase 46 was 24,738. That one took a really long time. But this one stood as like, holy shit, I'm never going to find a shiny again. I was convinced that I was just missing the shiny sprites on Fire Red and Leaf Green. I was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm never going to find shinies on Gen 3, or I'm just not seeing them, or my game's broken. Like, I went through all the stages of grief wondering like why the unknown weren't appearing. So yeah, this was phase 2 of the hunt. This is Chopin 15, the letter S. Y'all are familiar with Chopin. Chopin's shiny here. This was the lone shiny. So when I bought my 2nd Leaf Green cartridge, I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. I acquired it and I opened the file, and it was under the name Jose. And there were a ton of Pokemon on that file already. No shinies were found on it. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what the secret ID of this file is. So I'm just going to hunt on it until I find a shiny. So, like, on and off, like, offline, I was just hunting for Game Corner Abras, just trying to get as many shiny possibilities looked at, just to find the shiny, because the only way that you can find your secret ID in a game is to find a shiny in the game. You're able to take its stats and enter your trainer ID into a system, and then that calculator computer thing basically determines what your secret ID is based on the shiny that you found. So I needed to find a shiny on this file, and it was already complete, so like I was able to hunt for unknowns right away. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take advantage of this. If this has the missing unknown ID that I've been looking for, then we're just going to go ahead and hunt on it. So then I looked at it further and hunted on it for a super long time. At this point, we were still hunting for the letter S, because the chamber that it exists in has the letters N, S, I, and E. The letter N has a 60% encounter rate, which is why we have so many across Leaf Green. It has the letter S at a 30% encounter rate, and then it has the letters I and E at a combined 8% and 2%, so 10% between those two. So the letter N, super common, and we were just like, we just need to keep grinding and grinding until we find the letter S. And then we can finally move to a different chamber. Because I think at that time I was hunting for the letter S and the letter C simultaneously, and I was just in like limbo, trying to get past one of these so that we could hunt in a different chamber finally. But we found so many duplicates during that time period, so like to finally get that one out of the way was huge. So that is the Jose file. This is the one shiny that was found on that. And then I looked up the secret ID, and it was secret ID 2, which we already had with Carb Kaiser's file. So we were like, okay, we don't need unknown ID 2. We're going to restart this file and completely start from the beginning on it. And we use that file to RNG manipulate for our starter, and by manipulating for your starter, you're actually able to determine and set your secret ID right from the beginning. So we were able to set our secret ID after that, and that's why we were able to use that Leaf Green file number 3, which was able to get us 6 more shinies, and was able to cover not only our letter Y, but it also covered our letter G. So it was responsible for the Y and the G in this alphabet. So a lot of work was put in, and this letter S shiny that we got on the Jose file is it was the catalyst towards being able to start over that file and begin preparing a file to hunt for unknown ID 1 after that. So very memorable there, and of course we named it Chopin appropriately. Mr. T, this was a very early one. It was our first one on Fire Red, so this was our first ever Gen 3 unknown. We named this one Mr. T. I'm pretty sure we had one named Mr. T later that I don't know where it is. I think that one's on Gen 4, actually. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this one we named Mr. T on Heart Gold, so that was Phase 20. But this one we're looking at right now, this is Phase 4. We got this one on Phase 4. Took us 39 days after catching the letter J. So this was okay, we have a chance. We actually can see shinies on Gen 4. So it kind of revitalized the hunt for me back in 2022. Jesus. Yeah, that's letter T. The letter U, this one was not too far off. This was Phase 13. We got this one in 100 encounters. And this is another one of those that is like, I think it's a 6% encounter rate. Oh, sorry, we also have an ad starting soon. I'll finish my blurb here. This one was like a 6% encounter rate in Gen 3, so we had to find this one eventually. Otherwise, we were going to be in big trouble once we got to the end of the hunt. This one we found 100 encounters. This was the shortest phase of our hunt going up to this point, and I think I had recently just done push-ups, which is why we named it push-ups. All right, the ad's gonna be starting soon here. I'm not gonna talk about unknowns while the ad's running, so I'll just wait until that's over. But other details with this one. This was part of a 7-day run of hunting unknowns where we found 4 unknowns in a 7-day period, which at the time was like not very common. Like I had 3 shinies in one day eventually happen later, but this was a big deal at the time. All right, we are on the ad break now, so we'll be ready to go in about 90 seconds, and then we'll keep talking. But so yeah, other things we're gonna do while we're streaming. So I mentioned that we are gonna do some roaming Suicune hunts once we're done with the showcase, and then after that, I'll probably let y'all go around like 8 p.m. So we've got another 2 hours of streaming, so that's gonna be fun. Also, we are also gonna show off. Ooh, Rotom Fan. I want that. Pokey Catch. Ultra Ball. We are also going to be showcasing 4 unknowns that we kept in Gen 3. Okay, basically the process of what we did is we took all of the unknown that were in Gen 3. We took them over to Emerald, and then we duplicated all of them in Emerald. So all of the ones that we transferred up through Pal Park into Gen 4, there is a copy of them still in Gen 3. Now, I mean, you can make a debate of which one's the clone, which one's the real one, but basically it makes it so that the same unknown gets to exist both in Gen 3 and Gen 4. If they were caught in Gen 3. In a Love Ball, yes. Skarmory27222, welcome in. We are doing a showcase of all of the unknown that I caught during my full odd shiny unknown challenge, which spanned over 4 years. So, appreciate you stopping in. We recently ended the hunt like 2 days ago. 2 or 3 days ago, I think. When did it end? It ended September 3rd, so 2 days ago. So I've been doing a lot of work to get them all moved to one game so that we can showcase them here. So this is the letter U. And then let's go ahead and go to the next one. Crazy Puff. Okay, this was... What phase was this? This was phase 11. So this was 2 before... Yes, Skarmory, I did get the letter Q. Yes. The hunt is over. So, Unknown V we got on phase 11. This was the first V that we found. I think this was also like a 50% encounter. This was the longest streak of unique unknown that we found in a row, which was 11. Because we found our first duplicate after this one, which was our first, with the duplicate N. Nice, GG's. Thank you, Skarmory. Appreciate you hanging out today. We named this one Crazy Puff because Little Caesars had just debuted the Crazy Puffs on their menu, and they were getting reviewed and talked about everywhere. And I had brought them in to be eaten and like reviewed on stream, and then we went to hunt, and then we found the V. So obviously I named it Crazy Puff, and we went on to like. I think we went on to get Crazy Puffs like the next couple days just to see like if the Crazy Puffs were the luck being caused. We didn't get it the next day, but we got another one 2 days later. So yeah, that's the letter V. It's the only letter V that we have. This is the only letter W that we have. This is one of our emotes as well. This one is named Pot Roast because I had a pot roast cooking during while this was caught. So that was the basis for that nickname. I'm very creative with my nicknames, as you can see. This was caught on Leaf Green as well. This was right after letter P, so this was phase 10 of the hunt. We were on a pretty nice roll along like... Yeah, this was part of the 7-day streak or the 7 day period where we caught like 4 shinies in 7 days, which was like insane for the time. We were still hunting on 4 systems at this time, and we got this one on, we got this one on Soul Silver. We proceeded to get the letter V 23 hours after catching the letter W, so that was a big deal. Also, we have beeps. Stacks, we've located your beeps. That was 2,465 seconds on those beeps. Congratulations. Okay, so that was W. This is the letter X. This was the one where, okay, so this was phase 32. We caught this one in less than 24 hours, which was also a big deal because we had caught our exclamation mark like right before this. This was the, oh, we're finally done. We don't have to hunt for, or no, wait, no, sorry, this was the letter I. We caught the I on Diamond. So 22 hours later, we got the letter X. Getting the letter X, and this was on Soul Silver. We got this one, and this was like one of the hard ones left over, where it was, okay, if we... also, welcome in Adkuma. Welcome in. Getting this one was the catalyst for a period where I tried to get 75,000 encounters done before the end of the spring, just to see how many encounters I could get done. And that time period is what got us through all of the question marks and exclamation marks. So we spent, after catching X, we took, oh geez, like 248. How long did I do this for? Yeah, we pushed all the way to May. This was, okay, so we nearly did 100,000 encounters. In between, from X all the way, which was phase 32, all the way to phase 51. We went on a tear for like a 2-month period. It was insane. So this was, where was this? This was March 12th of this year, all the way to May 5th. That's how like quickly we got these encounters done. We went on a mad tear of unknowns encountered. So the X was huge. This was the motivator to complete this challenge and try to get as much done as we could. We found a lot of duplicates, don't get me wrong, but like in this time we only found the X, the question mark, the Y, the exclamation mark. We only found 4 unique shinies in that like 100,000 encounter period. But still was huge for just the number of shinies that we found in that time. I'm doing good at Kuma. We are showcasing all of the unknowns that we caught throughout the hunt, which ended 2 days ago. We found our letter Q, and we completed the hunt in 375,502 encounters. So we're just doing a showcase of all the letters and the stories that go with each one. This one is the letter Y. This was the first letter Y that we found. Yeah, we found this one on April 1st, so fittingly, we named it April Fools. We caught this one in 15,498 encounters. This was the first one we caught on our second leaf green file. So this was the one where the file arrived as Jose. We replaced that file and started doing RNG manipulation on that one. We got this one manipulated to have the right unknown ID we needed, and this was huge for getting not only the letter Y out of the way, but also the letter G several phases later, like probably 18 phases later. So this was a really big deal. This is the most common one in the chamber, and we found it like very quickly, I want to believe. Actually, no, this one took a while. Yeah, because we had found our third question mark at this point, and then we finally found our Y. So I remember that taking a really long time. Z. Okay, this was Z's Nuts. If I remember exactly where this one was, this is our first letter Z. It's just a matter of where it was. Yeah, okay, this was phase 30. So this was the one that we caught this one on Soul Silver. This was after we found the letter S, which was the Chopin shiny. Getting this one on Soul Silver, because the letter Z has like a 99% encounter rate in Gen 3. We just never went into the chamber that has that encounter. But since we found it on Z, it saved us a whole phase of like having to hunt in Gen 3 for the letter Z. So we got to spend more time hunting for, I think, Y and G at the time. So this was a cool one. It kind of proved like, we don't need to immediately find a letter that is like an 100% encounter rate, because we can just stumble into it randomly. Because if we would have hunted in Gen 3, got the Z, and then got this one, this would have been a duplicate. So we saved time by getting this one. So this is a fun one. And then this is the exclamation mark. So I'm actually going to talk about this one first. So the question marks, this was right after we caught the Z, or no, right after we caught the X. So this was phase 32 when that happened. This one was caught, this was our third question mark. Okay, the reason why we called this one Madness is because not only was this our third question mark in a row, this was also during the March Madness like basketball tournament that was going on. This one was insane, and we have 4 question marks to show for it across like Diamond, Pearl, Heart Gold, and I think Soul Silver has... No, Soul Silver never got one. Wow. So Diamond, Pearl, and Heart Gold all have question marks caught on them. This was the third one that we found. So we had Banana Peel, Question, Madness, and Bean Shop, which are all 4 question marks. And because it's a 50% encounter rate for either the question mark or the exclamation mark, we just had to keep hunting in this chamber until we finally flipped heads and got the exclamation mark, which we got here. This was, we named exclamation point fart because of the fart command, obviously. We got this one in 306 encounters on phase 42. This was the shortest phase, just like time-wise, because this took 48 minutes to hunt. Juan Panamon, welcome in. Thank you for the push-ups. So this one ended the hunting for the punctuation marks. It was huge for us, so I'm really glad we were able to get that one out of the way. And that is the showcase of the full box here. The full box of unknowns that complete the challenge, all in one place. We also have a bunch of other ones scattered around here as well. These are all the ones from Soul Silver, Diamond, and Pearl. Those are the non-shiny ones. We don't have the fart command going on this channel. Sorry, Stacks. At least on this scene, yeah. These are all the ones from Heart Gold. And then these are all the ones that were traded over from Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, and I'll go ahead and close us out of there, is we will go ahead and gear up for Coliseum, where we're going to debut a few of our unknowns, and I'll have some stories to go with those as well. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and take care of 10 push-ups that were redeemed by Juan Pandemon. Yeah, our most recent stream that we had exercises on, we did 70 push-ups. You put that work in for real? Yes. It's crazy to look back on it and just realize, like, oh, yeah, what was I doing at that point in my life for this hunt? It's crazy to look back on that sometimes. So it's good to reminisce. I'm glad to do that for the stream. All right, let's go ahead and get 10 push-ups out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, there's our 10. Stacks, thank you for the hydrate. I need to drink water, I've been talking a lot. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to switch over to Pokemon Coliseum. So the music you've been hearing is the, it's like the lobby music for Pokemon Coliseum. So we have 4 unknowns that we're going to showcase in here that we'll be throwing out into battle. So we're going to do the first trainer. Ooh, wow, it's very fun. All right. So we're going to be sending out 420, the N, and Bingo, the G. Actually, let's switch it up. Let's do N and W. All right, I'm going to remove my face from this for the thumbnail. And we'll go ahead and go out into battle. I go to Mountain Battle because it's like level 16 Pokemon, so super easy encounters. There's the letter N. Oh, I love how dopey they look. Amazing. Do a little bit of battling with them. Oh, you don't hear the game audio? Oh, let me fix that. I know exactly what it is. Oh, looks like it got frozen. I know it's doing it. It's gotta be... Okay, what about now? Do you hear it now? Good to hear now? Alright, cool. Oh, so I've had no music going the entire stream. That's crazy. I forgot that I had it set that way. Man, so I've really been rocking with no audio the entire stream. Or I guess no music. Lovely. go ahead and show off our other letters, Y and G. Both coming from the same set of games, I believe. I didn't know it looked like that. I'm a big fan of the Coliseum sprites here. These are great. Not very effective. That was also not very effective. These guys can't do it, we'll switch them out. We'll go to the other guys. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these animations. Alright, we'll get to see the other ones again. I do like the W. Okay, so that one either has hidden power rock, ice, or fire. Or no. If it took out the Sunkern, then it's fire, bug, flying, or ice. And then that one did neutral. Alright, yeah, so that is, those are the unknowns. That's how they look in, Gen 3 Pokemon Coliseum. I'm eventually gonna have it so that I have those animations, I guess, thumbnails, collected for all the ones that I have in Gen 3, and I'll probably do a longer, like, compilation of all of them caught in Gen 3. But for now, I think I'm just gonna keep tabs of, or at least a video of them, videos of them being caught in, or just being sent out in Pokemon Coliseum. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, I'm not gonna save because I don't want any EXP points being put on these Pokemon. So I will go ahead and, do I just turn it off? Let's go ahead and just turn it off. Yeah. All right. So now for the rest of the stream, we'll go full frame for a little bit. I do just want to say thank you to all the viewers. Y'all are the folks who have made this hunt possible. I mean, I could have just done all of these streams and hunts. I could have just hunted offline and completed this challenge and just had recordings and stuff, but. I think it's super cool to be able to do that in front of a group of people and just kind of hang out and kind of have me on in the background. So I just want to thank you all for being around for this entire thing. Some of you joined a little late. Some of you have been there since the beginning. Some people we lost along the way, just as far as viewership goes. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody who has been a part of this and who has been hanging out for these streams. It means a lot to have the channel be where it is and to kind of have its flagship hunt be over, I'm excited to see what the future of the stream is going to look like. So I don't have anything new along the pipeline coming anytime soon. We've got Pokemon ZA that's going to be coming out in a little over a month. So I think it's October 16th, if I remember correctly. So we'll have a new game by then, which I am planning on streaming now that I will have a Switch 2 to play it on. So we will be streaming a little bit of that. We've got some hunts that we've been like on and off working on for a really long time, which is actually what we're going to be doing for the rest of the stream here. We will be doing the roaming Suicune hunt on Leaf Green. So we've got that file set up and ready to go. We've also got a ton of other stuff that we can kind of now participate in now that we're done with the unknowns for a little bit. So I'm slowly going to be starting to build up my console collection, and I'm going to be keeping an eye out for future consoles and cartridges that I can use for hunts. Because I want to stay in Gen 3 and Gen 4 as much as I can, but I also really like the new games too. Like, I'd love to go back to Legends Arceus at some point and do some hunting on there. So those are going to be coming down the pipeline very soon. But we've got some hunts that we can work on. We've also got some speed running, some Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby, which I'm looking forward to getting back into soon. So I'm very much looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun to bring back. It's gonna be fun. We also have all of the Ribbon Master work that we've kind of put on hold until the unknowns were done. So all of the RNG manipulation that we were doing on Pokemon Coliseum, that work is going to begin again soon. It's just going to be a matter of getting the overlays done and ready in a spot where I'm comfortable with it looking good on my stream, and then we can start showcasing some of those, like the contests, the Battle Frontier, different achievements that I want to get done with those Pokemon. So those are going to be coming up as well. And then other games that we've been playing recently. So you've probably seen Chopin play Peak on his channel, Peak the Game. Peak is going to be coming to the stream soon. That is going to be something that, if it makes sense to do weekly, we absolutely will. And I'm hoping I can get other friends like Chopin and Hooch Brando to be involved in that. More details will be coming out about that soon, and when we know specific dates where we will be streaming those days, then we will get some streams in. So those will be coming up. But in the meantime, we are going to do what we do best, which is the roaming Suicune hunt. So let's go ahead and get that set up. I gotta scroll all the way down here for the Roamer week. And then we gotta get some music going, and then we'll be good to go. And then I just gotta make sure we have the right audio as well. And I gotta mute the TV as well. Alright, now y'all can hear the audio coming from this game, right? I'm not crazy? Okay, so you can't hear this one either. Got it. Alright, so then this one also has to be switched to monitor and output. Okay, now you should be able to hear it. Okay. Alright, there we go. And I want to operate this one with a controller, or with my Game Boy Advance, so we'll do that. Yep, that'll work properly. Let me just get some... This playlist is called "The Wizard Made Some Coffee. Let's Read Together," which I think is very funny. It's also very cozy. Good old Gen 3 music, love it. Yeah. We also have an ad starting soon, so you might hear that. You might have that pop up soon in a second. And then we'll have uninterrupted roamer hunting here in a bit. Let me just make sure I've got all the audio set up properly, and then we'll be good to go. I should have YouTube music set up on here. If I don't, I need to get that added. Let's see. Application audio, YouTube music. Replace that with that one. Alright, now you should be able to hear it. Okay, we got 50 seconds left on the ad, and then we'll get going. We also have a wild drowsy we can catch. I'm just gonna do a basic catch for this one. And then I gotta get my counter up. Perfect, counter's working. I love being back to just like the simple setup. Nothing crazy, just a GameCube. Nothing up on the second monitor or anything crazy like that. Alright, ad break should be over. Okay, audio synced up. Alright, we'll be doing the Viridian method, like we usually do. Which we haven't done for a really long time, because we disabled the roaming Suicune counters because we were using the GameCube to hunt for Unknown. But now that we don't have any Unknown to hunt for, we just have a GameCube that's going to be designated to hunt for Suicune now. So it's nice. It's nice to be back to this. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, we will do a dex check here. Just because we can. It has a chance of appearing here, but it's too far away, so we'll go to Viridian. Now, if that Suicune ever shines, we are going to catch it on that route. That route that's north of Cerulean, that's where I want to catch it. No, I keep going with the bike there. I think I've got muscle memory from the Oh, I guess I can change the stream description. Call it Rome before work. There we go. Getting a little bit of bad luck here. Yeah, my muscle memory from the Dragonair hunt during Safari Week, it's definitely overlapping. I'm so used to pressing the start button. Okay. Let's see. It's west of us. What's the move here? Is it always... It's always north, I think, right? Okay, so we go west here. Yep, alright, we got it. Alright, first Suicune. Not shiny. Someone's triggering my nose right now. Ugh. I'm gonna be doing that for a while, aren't I? Yeah, I got no metric for how many Suicunes we'll do today. We're just gonna be going for probably another hour 20, and then I'll let y'all go. Anybody got a fun weekend plans? Alright, this one is south of us, so we'll go north. Okay, now we go west, because we went west. Sweet. 2 Route 22s in a row. Space. Did you ask weekend plans? Yes. What do you got coming up this weekend? I want to go for that one. I will. Yeah, okay. So we'll block this route then. it's literally a 50-50, so we'll do a pass through. Oh, wrong one. Missed it. Okay. Okay, so then we would go straight to Route 22. Three Route 22s in a row. Ooh, a wild wishy-washy. Oh, it's not the school form, so it's not gonna be great. Catch is a catch, though. Work Sunday, but tomorrow I'm going to be chilling and getting my setup going some more. Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure Chopin's got a fun stream planned tomorrow. So I'm excited to tune into that. One Panama with some more push-ups. So you stop talking to Celia, I can take care of him. Here we go. Ooh. I did that to 20 push-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a wishy-washy secured. Don't forget to get your shiny rolls in, folks. Get a free one every half hour. That's a 50-50 going south. No. Oh, I think we missed the 50-50. We'll do a dex check anyways. it's overlaps. We can't hit it. Yeah, on the days that I'm not streaming, I think it's just gonna be days spent working on the video. Like, that's what I have to put a lot of my off time into right now. So if that means like not being able to stream as much for the next month or two, I think that might end up being the case. But I'm still gonna try to get on here and get something played every once in a while, because I know once ZA comes out, work is gonna stall. So I need to get ahead of the video now. The big thing is just getting all of the clips from each of the unknowns caught, uploaded into the project. And just having them all in order, I think, is going to be like the biggest thing to focus on. And then after that, I can be more creative with it. This is a 50-50 going north. Usually don't hit these, but we'll try. That's tough. Just confirm my suspicions. There goes our repel. Stacks are even some beeps. Can't promise that they're gonna go off while the stream's still going, but I'll see them through. Alright, Stacks, your second set of random beeps are on the way. If they don't go through, I'll just refund you. Okay, so north for sure. Dex check north. North it is. First north of the stream. 50-50 south. Nice. Got another ad starting soon. North, so we got 1 and 3 going south. We went north, so we'll go west. It is west. Alright. We will wait to show the Suicune after the ad break, which has another minute 18 on it. And we'll make it a pond encounter as well. Alright. We'll wait a minute for the ad to go through, and then we'll check the... Check to see if the Suicune is shiny. A wild Piloswine in the meantime. Poker catch. Frozen ball. Pretty sure I have a pilot one. Back from Ed. Not shiny. Jojo? Jojo? Hi, buddy. Go full frame for a quick second. Hi, Jojo. We got no treats up here for you yet, but we will eventually. What's up, bud? What's up? Your breath stinks. It's okay, though. Alright, you gonna park it here for a little bit? Alright. We'll just be right here. Oh, immediately leaving. Okay. Right as you got settled, too. Do the dex check in the house. How would this work? It would be... I'm just going to do dex checks in every portion just to see what it is, where it's located every time. Oh, now you're back? Come on. Come on. So theoretically, it should be on this route. Oh! Huh. It actually worked. There we go. What are you looking at? There he goes again. Wait. If Suicune is there, it has a chance to bounce north. It's like a 1 in 4 chance, but it's there. Okay. It was worth checking. I don't know how the Black Scarecrow is able to dual system hunt these. I get so distracted just doing this with one system. This one is a north. It's a 50-50 north as well. And if it's not, oh, never mind. If it wasn't north, then we would go straight to Route 22. Oop, chance going north. Oh, we got it. That's why we check in Vermilion. Let it shine soon. I can't ask for too much right now. If we got this to shine, like, right after we finish the Unknown Hunt, it'd be insane. If we're being realistic, this should go around 8,000 encounters. Yeah, I'm under no pressure to complete this anytime soon. If anything, I'd like to get, like, faster at trying to soft reset for it. Ooh, north. I forgot what I can do here. Maybe we still just go south. Did go south, alright. I'm getting fairly lucky on this. Once we get to like 4,000 soft resets on this, maybe I'll be like, I hope this shines soon. But I am under no rush to complete this. I think the fact that we did 421 encounters in a single week is probably the most progress I've done. It's by far the most progress I've done on this hunt. It's the most efficient I've been. That's the word. No, we're not there. Wild timber. I don't know if I have a timber. Looks like I do have one. go south. That randomized? I think it randomized. 1 in 16 chance. Got another quick one here, north. Got it north. I'm going for over 2 hours now. That's a 50-50 going south. Sweet. Started at 13-14, so we've done 14 attempts, 14 soft resets so far. This is our 15th attempt. I don't know how long ago we started doing roaming Suicune, but today at least. But looks like they did go through, Stacks. Your second set of beeps has arrived. That was 1,715 seconds on those beeps. I can guarantee you we will not be able to get another one in today. But props on getting 2 in. Hang on, what audio are they coming through on? One Panama with some push-ups. Stacks are even some squats on top of that. You can definitely do all of those. Let me quick check my phone, because that's been vibrating like crazy. Where did I put it? Did I put my phone? Oh. Ooh, Black Scarecrow streaming. They suspended Angel Reese. That's so funny. Okay, sorry. Got the dual streams up? Yeah. I imagine he's hunting Shinx, Starly, and then Magikarp still. We're gonna go to our exercise cam here. So we will be at 30 push-ups and 20 squats here in a second. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, and I forgot to do the hydrate. Probably got another half-hour stream, and then we'll be signing off. So we'll see how many more Suicune soft resets we can get in. Okay, we have a chance going south to Route 21. So we're gonna try that. It's like a 1 in 4 chance. So it's nothing crazy. We did get it. Okay. Alright. I've never had that happen or succeed so frequently. There we go. Right before the ad, too. Wild Murkrow. Chick. The chance going south. Route 21. gotten so lucky on Route 21 today. Oh. Looks like it didn't have a rappel going. Oh, that's right. The higher level ones can appear. Forgot about that. I was like, I don't remember the rappel running out. $50-50 going north right off the bat. Nice. One in 3 chance going south. Dex check here. Wow, we've been very fortunate with each of our attempts today. Oh, stop. 1 in 3 chance going south. Went north, so we go west to Route 22. Too far away now. So block 22 in the off chance it spawns nearby. Nope. This is our longest one since the first soccer set. Alright. 1 in 3 chance going north. Got it. It took a little bit. Oh, a wild frostlass. Okay. So we're base 100 speed. Two and a half hours of streaming today. We'll be going for a little less than 15 minutes. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Appreciate you letting me gab about the unknowns. Going north. Okay, so we go south immediately. Dex check. This is where we do a dex check now. We could just go straight north if we wanted, but I don't trust that. Okay. And we just blocked this route, so now it should be here. Unless it went back to Victory Road. Okay, we got it. 10 minutes ago. Let's see if we can get 2 more in. We need one of them to be pretty quick. Ooh, 1 in 3 chance going south. If we get this, we'll definitely get another one in. Okay, go Route 22. Route 22. We will get a pond encounter. Alright folks, we are on our last encounter of the stream. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Go ahead and snooze that ad too. I gotta leave for work in like a half hour, so that'll give me some time to get ready for it. Be sure to stick around. We're gonna raid another stream that is also shiny hunting, so be sure to stick around for that. See if we can get over a million chance here. No. Alright, this will be a chance going north. This is a 50-50. So we'll pop the white flute here. And then if it's not here, we immediately go to Route 22. Okay, heading to Route 22. And we'll do a dex check here. And it is here. Alright. Here is our last Suicune for the stream. We will get the pond encounter. Oh, repel's worn off. Alright. It's gotta be a high enough level, right? Yep. It is. Because I need to level up the Staryu. Uh-oh. Ugh. Well, clearly I need to level up my Staryu, because otherwise I'm just going to keep encountering these slowpokes. There it is. Last Suicune, here it is. Not shiny. That's okay, though. That gets us to 1,330. It's not 7-6. Right? Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for stream. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Let's go ahead and see who is live right now. We did raid the Black Scarecrow the other day, so I'm just gonna do a quick scan to see if there's anybody else we could raid. Otherwise... Or no, wait. Oh, he's already done streaming. Huh, he must have had a quick stream then. Moxie Menace says final playing the GameCube. What does that mean? New map, new season. Shiny Alpha map quest. All day charity stream. Oh. Who is Little Red Whooper? Let's just go to Dr. Cooter. Dr. Cooter is hunting for 1% Surskit on Ruby. Dr. Cooter. Oh, he's just doing a short one. Got it. Alright. Let's go ahead and gear up for a raid on Dr. Cooter there, hunting for Surskit. The 1% Surskit on Ruby. So be sure to spread some love, spread some shiny luck towards them in their hunt. Go ahead and gear up for this raid. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out today. Not only for the showcase of all the unknowns on both the games and the Coliseum, but for also hanging out for the rest of the stream with this Suicune hunt. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here, and I will be live sometime soon. I don't think it's going to be this weekend. Let's aim for Monday, and I'll see y'all then. Peace.